Hid your fingers behind it? No. Okay, folks, we're back at it today. We're doing the siding. So maybe give folks a little bit of a rundown, if they haven't seen our previous siding videos, what is all entailed in the siding. So
you see the little batten strips up there?
Yeah.
So those give it a 1/4 inch spacing over the Tyvek. So behind the siding and in between the siding and the Tyvek, there's a 1/4 inch space.
Yeah.
That lets airflow in there.
Right.
Moisture should get in there. Hopefully it'll, come down to the bottom or evaporate out without causing any damage. So, but we do have the siding is stained on both sides. So that way it's protected on the inside as well as the outside.
Right. So there's a few steps you've got to put the batting on.
Right.
To create that layer.
Right.
The staining of the boards, we actually did that last summer. These are just leftover boards that we saved for this project.
Exactly.
Yeah. And
every time I make a cut, I put more stain on the ends and make sure it's well protected. The ends that are going up against the house, I put caulk along here and in the gaps, just to make sure it's extra watertight.
And what kind of wood is it?
This is Douglas fir.
Okay. And
shiplap.
Shiplap style. And the stain?
Stain is Messimer's dark walnut.
Dark walnut. So it's kind of a reddish color.
Deck fence siding, yep.
Yeah. So that's interesting. I think people think of dark walnut and they think of that chocolate brown, but really on this wood it comes out kind of like a dark reddish.
Yep.
So. But we were going through 5-gallon buckets of it.
Exactly. I think we used at least 3 5-gallon buckets.
Yeah, for the entire house.
So, but that one, that's $50 right there.
$50 for 1 gallon?
Yeah.
Oof.
Yeah, it's expensive.
That's expensive.
Because we were paying $300. No, $250 I think for the. Maybe $220 for the 5-gallon.
So, ideally today to get the most use out of your machinery you rented, you're hoping to finish up the siding?
I'll get the siding done. I need to stain that. I need to get that fascia board repaired.
Okay.
And then, because I had to cut that notch when we had the chimney coming out.
Oh, I see.
So
there's a little bit of a notch right there on the end of the eave.
Yeah.
So I got to fix that up, patch it up.
And then get the window trim done.
Yeah, so you can see the window does not have its rustic trim like the other windows have. So that'll be kind of a fun to show people that haven't seen it.
Right.
Yeah. A lot of people have been fans of the style that you used for the rustic.
There's a lot of detail, 3-dimension.
Yeah.
To it, not just flat boards around it.
Right. So, okay.
And then I used the timber log bolts, give it a little extra character. The nice big black head on it. So,
yeah. You getting that last board in there?
Yeah. Kind of tricky.
Sounds like a tight fit.
Trying to hammer some nails in because I can't get the nail gun in there.
Oh, right. So this is a big cedar 4x4.
Right.
Yeah, it's like a 4x4 post, rough, not finished, and stained with the same house siding stain, the dark walnut.
Yep.
But because it's cedar, it tends to take a darker color, so that's what we noticed.
Yeah, for sure. So 5'10" plus.
Bingo.
Your move.
Bingo, you're full of sawdust.
Crazy, hey?
And here's a different one. This is
This is a 3x6.
3x6 beam. This is the header for the windowsill.
It's 60. Barely.
Smell the cedar though.
Yeah. Now I have to cut a 10° on the top of this one and a 15 on here.
Hmm.
So, and,
Your table saw for that?
yep.
So what's that board you got there?
Well, this will be so because I don't trust my table saw. So this is a board. I think that's actually more than that. Let's see over here. This might be 20.
No, looks
it's
right.
15. Yep.
15. So that's the pitch of the
Pitch of the windowsill.
windowsill. Okay.
And then I put a 10° bubble up here just to shed any snow or water.
Mm-hmm.
So.
Okay.
Just so I make sure I stick it in the right way.
Mm-hmm.
And then I measure here on the bottom to get my cut width. So I'll go the 2 5/8, I think.
Yeah, I was gonna say.
Now it's
Careful
dirty.
of the window.
Now it's dirty. I'm done.
Mm-hmm. Looking good. I bet you can reach.
I can reach, but I might have to move the lift. We'll see. Unless it, you know, you can only go so far because then it beeps.
Oh,
but
okay.
we'll see. Now it's wiggly.
Now it's wiggly, yeah. I guess so. It's worth it though.
It's worth it.
Get a nice washed window.
Oh.
That's what you call a good day's work.
Yeah. Got her done.
All done. Nice. Looking good. Well, folks, that sort of wraps up our house projects for the siding and the chimney. And you can see behind me, or I should say, maybe you can't see that big giant silver chimney anymore. So I think it's looking really good, and definitely happy to have that siding project wrapped up because, boy, you know, it's you hate it when you have a lingering project, and it's always a hassle to rent big machinery. But luckily, despite the problems that we did have with it, everything turned out nice, and we're moving on to some other things. So Bryan's going to be working on finishing up the rock wall. So you don't want to miss that in our upcoming videos. The rock wall and the terracing landscaping on the side of the house. So that's going to be the next thing that we're working on. But thanks, guys, for joining along. Give us a thumbs up. And if you haven't subscribed yet, you want to continue to follow our projects, do definitely hit the subscribe button and the notifications, and we'll see you at the next video. Bye now.